me hot. Yeah. Get me hot.
We're brothers. We're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
Welcome to another edition of Bro Talk Live, the best show in late night for you by us. Bro Talk, always on the Mark's main man, Jason. Thanks for tuning in for another edition of the show with the crew. We might have some different guests tonight, so we'll see. If you guys like the show, make sure you like us, subscribe to us, tell a friend about us. If you're here for a special reason, we have that reason coming up soon. But first, let's kick it over to my main man, Dex. What up, bro?
Not that. I am Senior Bro Talk because I know we have some controversial stuff to talk about, and I've seen those comments, and I don't need them people running to me in the streets. So let's preserve my identity.
Okay, I got you. That's smart. Tyler God, what up?
Hey, everybody. Welcome to our show. We're so excited to have you all today.
First time talking to you all day. Good to see you. Glad you made it in. Right in the nick of time. And the reason everyone's here. Bill, welcome to the show, bro.
Glad to be here, as usual. Always glad to be here.
Now, one thing I will point out is at the beginning of the season, I actually preemptively told everybody that don't expect too much from Bill this year because he has some stuff to do, right? And you've been on quite a lot, Bill.
Lo and behold, here I am, almost weekly.
Which is good. You know, we love to have you in. Eric will be joining us a little bit later, but we do have something to address. And something that happened this past weekend, as we all know. We talked about Angie Stone's, the death of Angie Stone, and paid her homage. As some of us know, Bill is a relative of Angie Stone's, and he was able to speak at the funeral. So with that being said, we have a slight change in the format for today's show. We're going to start here.
Welcome to Cite, everybody. This is the portion of our show where there have been some things going on in our lives. Some people, some botherings that need to be addressed. And
immediately,
where we decide that it is appropriate to address these things. This is the forum in which we address our public, the ones who affect our everyday lives. So, gentlemen, and in no particular order, does anyone have a seat?
And it doesn't necessarily have to be something negative. It could just be
it does not have to be negative.
Situation
usually is, but it doesn't have to be.
Yeah, and normally we do this at the end of the show, but today, since it's a very special occasion, we're going to do it right now. Bill, you have something that you want to address?
Absolutely. So during my cousin, yes, Angie was my cousin. And
by blood?
By blood.
Okay.
So her father was my grandmother's nephew,
Okay.
and my grandmother raised her father. So her grandfather and my grandmother were brother and sister.
Lineage.
Actual lineage, actual blood. So, there's a lot of controversy around even my relation to Angie Stone. Let me start by saying that was my cousin, a close cousin, and I'm still actually grieving the loss.
A dear cousin.
So a very dear cousin with whom I was close, with whom my mother was close. And I know that for a lot of people, they lost a celebrity. I lost a family member. So I want to start there because there's been a lot of sayings and there's been a lot of questionings going on. So I am a blood relative of Angie Stone. Let's start there. At her memorial service that was produced by Tyler Perry, I gave remarks. And
Did you get an IMDb credit for that, by the way?
Yes, actually.
Oh, that's nice.
So even in her death, Angie is doing things for people that most people do.
That's right.
So I made a remark that actually belonged to Susie Owens. And there's a lot of, murmurings because under the pressure of lights and grief, I legitimately made an oversight and forgot to give Susie Owens credit. Let me say, there is no secret that those remarks belonged to someone else. Let's start by saying I've never once on a Sunday lifted a sermon from anybody. I have prayed every single week, and the oil is fresh weekly in the church that I pastor.
All right.
Okay. As an educator for the last 15 years, I stress to students, my students, to cite sources. Friday, under the chaos of all that was happening, I simply forgot to cite a source. That's it. I was not even supposed to speak on Friday. What the team told me, the publishing team and the production team came back to us and told us that the programs had already printed for Friday and that we would be on for Saturday. Literally 1 minute before I got up, the stage manager came to me and said, "We're going to take you over to the side and get you ready." I said, "Get me ready for what?" They handed us the obituaries and said, "Isn't this you? Isn't this your mother?" I said, "Oh, we were told that the obituaries had already gone to print." They said, "Well, no, they had not gone to print and they added your names. We'll take you to the side now." That's what happened.
Wow.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Wow.
And so I wanted to give sort of background because there's a lot of people. And first of all, let me thank all the people who have been sort of going in, battling people in comments. Stop battling people in comments. I am not arguing with anybody in a comment who watched.
Oh, you talking to me?
No, I'm not talking to you.
It's not.
What I'm saying is I am not going back and forth with anybody who watched, who made their content off of somebody else's grief. Never going to do that.
Right.
And not that I had to explain myself, but I felt like I had to do this for the people that respect me, that know me, and that have gone to battle on my behalf in people's comments.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else that you want to say about it? You good?
I'm good right there.
I am just a little curious though, like to the people who they were offended or upset about what you did. Like, do you want to apologize to them?
Absolutely not.
Oh.
And here's why.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not going to apologize because if I hit the X button, they don't even exist. Some of those people walked past me in November in Memphis at Holy Convocation and was in my DMs trying to figure out where I was eating afterward. Some of those people were teeth and palms and still in my mentions, still following me and still friend requesting me. So I'm not apologizing to anybody for anything.
Okay. And just to close it out, I don't know if anybody else has anything to say, but I will say, I think that this whole ordeal has made you stronger, wiser, better, so much better. I think when you look back over all that you've been through, you will see that God is the one who pulled you through. Because I don't think you would have made it without him. Yeah.
Never would have made it.
Never. He never would have made it.
That's an amazing.
It always needs a moment.
And those are my words. Those are my words. Unless somebody.
Okay. You're right.
You can take that to print.
Because that's where I was going with this whole thing. Like, since when do we have to cite sources in church? Like, I didn't understand that we have to take a bibliography up to the pulpit every time we reference a saying or a scripture or some other sort of phrase that another minister has used. If it's blessed you, let it bless someone else, right? Like I don't see
word for word. It probably wants you to.
It wasn't, but it wasn't word for word. It wasn't
Wasn't
word
it?
for word. No, it wasn't word for word.
I must have saw a different video.
The speech was the speech, but it wasn't. It was not verbatim. You cannot say it was a direct quote. It was not that. Okay.
And my people are texting
he used
me,
the same illustration as she used. Okay, that's what it was.
Well, they said one thing you should learn from this is that if you stay ready, you don't got to get ready.
Oh, is that so? Tell them the same thing I'm about to say. Thanks for watching.
Okay. Okay. Bill, what is what's that book? Ecclesiastes 5:1. What does that say? Let's look this up real quick. Because look, if it's spoken to you, it's spoken to someone else. Ecclesiastes 519. Sorry, I got that all wrong.
5-1.
I don't know where 5-1 came from.
2 Corinthians.
What has been will be again. What has been done will be done again. There is nothing
new
up under that sun. So, and that's what it is. That's Bible. That's Bible. Okay. So keep it cute, America. Kojix.
Specifically Spencer, because I saw there was this guy's name Spencer Blackwell. He posted this.
Oh, what's that middle name?
Carolyn. I think Carolyn.
I think that's it.
Oh, we're being nasty. I thought we were like, I thought we were taking the humble approach, and we started getting
It
nasty.
is humble. It is humble. I only saw one person posted it. And
Carlisle.
Caroline.
He must have spelled it wrong.
We wish him the absolute best. And we hope that people just have grace in this grieving season. Once again, this is Bill's relative, and he spoke at their funeral. I didn't know we were taking attendance of bibliographies at funerals. Get a life. With that being said, is that nasty, Dex? You ain't like that?
Very nasty. You act like you was the one up there stealing.
Hold on, not me.
Hold on now. I can
Not
defend him for doing that, but you won't catch me.
Not my good name.
Also damn foolish.
Not my good name. All right, we're going to move on to a game called Family Feud, as we always like to do, as my setup starts to fall apart. Guys, we have a very special Family Feud for today. Okay, you ready?
Okay.
It's going to make you guys laugh. These are the top. There we go. There we go. Here we go. And we're only going to do the top 4 here. I didn't have 8, but the puzzle piece is these are the top 4 things that we gave Bill to say instead of the truth today on Bro Talk Live. The top 4 suggestions.
Oh my God. Jason.
We're doing this. Should we guess or should I just launch them?
Start launching them things.
Okay, let's launch them. Number 4. Quote unquote, great minds think alike. I felt like that's a good excuse.
I love that one. That's great.
You could have used that. Number 3. I totally forgot, which you actually said, but it was
actually is what he said.
Yeah, it's actually what he said. But he totally forgot because he was under duress by Tyler Perry production. Number 2, it was our favorite sermon. I had this whole thing where he could say that him and Angie Stone used to listen to the sermon, and it was like an heirloom that no one understood.
You said that too.
That's actually
not on here.
If that's what you thought.
And the number 1 thing I wanted him to blame it on, a teleprompter error. They forgot to put the reference in the teleprompter, and I feel like that was.
Wait, Will, was there a teleprompter?
Yeah, it was a teleprompter. Your excuse was right there.
So why didn't they warn you on the teleprompter? They like, I saw this before.
So it is their fault. They should have put it on the teleprompter.
They did. He looked over it.
Oops, skated over that thing.
Oops.
Oh, whoopsie.
Great minds think alike. That's all I can say.
There you go.
I will say though, Will, I am happy that you are smiling, that you've come across it, because some of those comments that I saw, if that was me, we would have problems. I would be at those people's homes.
I realized, and I spoke with the team, and the team informed me that I cannot react the way I used to react.
I'm not on that team because I would have said react. I would have said react. Fight.
I am on the team. You guys know I serve not only as a host on the show, but I also serve as HR. And I send letters when we get off of the show to the gentlemen when they've crossed the line.
Okay. And one last thing, if you go to a church and they hold that Bible up like Joel Osteen and they say, this is my Bible, I am what it says I am, I have what it says I have, I can do what it says I can. If your pastor does that and he doesn't cite his source, you need to relax, okay? Because he's stealing too. Maybe not 2, but you're not stealing, Bill.
Them coaches got a whole book of sayings. They got the little black book. They have a little off Bible, a Bible, and then a little off Bible with a bunch of sayings and rules and regulations in it.
A rule
Well,
book?
here's the thing: the person that started all this ain't even Kojic. He's Baptist.
Oh, he
Oh,
trying
they
to
didn't
We'll
ask
invite him on the show
so
next
in
week, see what he
Discord.
has to say.
Yeah, we don't like that. All right, Bill. Get some rest, recuperate, and we wish you the absolute best as well as your family in this very tough time with you. Okay?
Thank you so much, guys. I love you all so much.
All righty. Peace out. And with that being said, let's move to the politics. Here we go.
Politics as usual.
Welcome to the show, E-Man. What up, Eric? How you doing, bro?
What's going on? How y'all doing today?
Look at y'all.
Look at who?
One off, the other one on. That was smooth.
Like we're a show. Like, what are you talking about? We were
It's like,
professionals here.
it's like college all over again. One in, one out.
Oh, what does that mean?
Oh my! I don't know about that.
What? Oh, excuse me. Yeah, oh, somebody's going on.
Virgins in college.
Well, if you thought this week was going to be calm, think again. From Israel launching one of its deadliest strikes in Gaza to a surprising shift in Ukraine after a Trump-Putin call to Trump's administration, defying an order on deportations, and now the former president declaring Biden's pardons void. It's been one hell of a week full of high-stakes moves. So let's break it down. This morning, Israel's latest airstrikes on Gaza have shattered the ceasefire that had been holding since January. Over 400 Palestinians are dead, with more than 560 wounded. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said this is only the beginning, claiming military pressure is the only way to free Israeli hostages still held by Hamas. The White House, it was consulted and is standing by Israel, but across the world, condemnation is pouring in from the UN to Turkey to even close U.S. allies like France. And with Israel ordering new evacuations northern and eastern Gaza, the big question is, when is enough enough? Meanwhile, in Ukraine, we just saw a major shift in war strategy after a phone call between Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin. Trump says they agreed to an immediate ceasefire on attacks against energy and infrastructure, calling the conversation very good and productive. But Ukraine's President Zelensky, he's skeptical, saying that while a partial ceasefire is positive, he wants to know exactly what was promised before jumping on board. The Kremlin is already setting conditions, though, saying that a broader ceasefire should come with Ukraine cutting off military aid from the U.S. So Trump having an impact on that war as well. And back here in the U.S., another war, the Trump administration is facing major legal backlash after ignoring a federal judge's order to halt deportations. A court ruled that deportation flights carrying hundreds of Venezuelan migrants, some alleged gang members, needed to turn around. The problem, the planes were already over international waters, and Trump's team decided that the ruling didn't apply. Legal experts say this is direct defiance of the courts, while Trump's allies argue that the law was on his side. But either way, this is a rare and highly controversial move that's already being called a constitutional crisis. Finally, in what can be one of the boldest legal challenges yet, Trump is now claiming that last-minute pardons issued by President Biden are void. His reasoning? Trump says Biden used auto pen, basically a robotic signature, to sign them, which Trump insists makes them invalid. Now, legally, presidents have used auto pens for decades, and courts have ruled that pardons don't even need to be in writing to be valid. But Trump team says that this is different and has already called for investigations into some of Biden's pardoned individuals, including former members of the January 6th committee. But will this argument hold up? Probably not, but this is about more than just legalities. It's another move in the ongoing war between Trump and Biden. So there you have it. Gaza, Putin, deportation, and Trump trying to wipe out Biden's pardons. It's a huge week in U.S. politics. What's your takeaway from this latest round of MAGA headlines? Dex, what you think?
I'm so exhausted with this. When I saw the thing about the auto pen, I'm like, what are we doing with this? And then he was like, well, I don't think he knew that he was signing. And I'm like, okay, we're going to go back to that. can we just move on from this? And truthfully, I really do think that this is being said like this for a specific reason. I think that, like, people always say, like, oh, they're trying to distract us. They're trying to distract us. I think that's true right now. I think we are being distracted with this kind of stuff to avoid talking about something else. I don't know what, but something else that you don't want to talk about.
Max, flood the gate, flood the system, Ty, and then you can't pay attention to what the hell is going on underneath your nose. What was your biggest takeaway?
I don't know if we're being distracted, pulled into exhaustion, enslaved. I don't know what's happening. Honestly, I mean, I just don't know what's happening at this point. Kayla, can you keep up? Like, I think we're starting to remember. I think after 4 years of Biden, we kind of forgot what it was like to have news from the White House not even every day, every moment. Like, you have to turn Trump off. Trump will never turn you off. That doesn't sound right.
Ew.
There's always there's always something coming from that place. It's utter and absolute chaos, man. And he's doing the dumbest, most ridiculous things. There's also very serious things. Like, you don't even know, you can't even let your emotions sit with a particular issue before he jumps on something else. Like, he has the most scatterbrained president you've ever seen, because there's always something happening every second. It's insane.
That's a really good point, actually, when you talk about the turning it off, because people send me stuff. I only talk about this on this show. I really try hard not to talk about it in my regular life, but like every day someone sends me something about it, and it's just like, it just doesn't stop. And I'm starting to realize that a lot of people, like, they don't know how to unplug, and you have to unplug from this.
Yeah, 100%.
It's so weird because, like, there's things that happened in the Trump White House. There's things that were done. There were some things that were undone that you didn't even just cover right now. You just covered a whole lot of stuff,
right.
Which that to me is insane, where it's so much that they're doing and so much that's going on that you have to, like, pick and choose and kind of weigh, like, what's actually not even what's important. It's just like, how much can I cover in a segment of a show that's not the entire show, because you could do this entire show on just this week of Trump's alone. Like, this whole show could be renamed This Week in Trump.
Yeah, 100%. Except it's This Week in Will. All right, let's move on. Eric, I want to get your thoughts on this next topic, though. A heated town hall in North Carolina, Asheville, North Carolina. Look at this guy. Put Republican Representative Chuck Edwards in the spotlight after attendees loudly confronted him over budget cuts. The event quickly went viral, with footage showing frustrated constituents demanding answers on cuts to veteran programs and social services. Some attendees were removed as tensions boiled over. Here is some footage from the town hall.
You're lying. I'm a veteran and you don't give a fuck about me. Hey, shut the fuck up. You don't get the fucking union to us. You don't get to take away our rights. You don't get to take our rights. Get off of me. You don't get to do this to us. Fuck you. Fuck you.
So to be clear, I deeply value the contributions that
Just to be clear,
make
bullshit, and you're not
every day
Let him speak. Let him speak.
service. For example, folks at the National Weather Service
are fired.
Just like the folks at the National Weather Service got fired. So that was, a lot. But look, I gotta give it to Chuck. Chuck is out here, waging war in the fire. He insists that town halls are essential to democracy, saying that while they can be uncomfortable, they are necessary. Meanwhile, GOP leaders are urging members to cancel town halls altogether, claiming that the confrontations are staged by political activists, with Donald Trump even posting on True Social, the social network. Oh, what's going on here? I'm not sure. It's like frozen. But with Donald Trump posting on True Social, there we go. It's gone. Paid troublemakers are having influence on some of these races and some of these town halls. That's basically what he claimed that was happening. Paid people that are paid troublemakers. I don't know what's going on there. But Eric, what do you think about these paid troublemakers showing up and disrupting town halls? That would be you, right?
No, that definitely would not be me.
What do you mean?
Loving it. It definitely would be me. I'm not a paid troublemaker, but I'm loving it though. See the
no, but
hillbillies
you would do it if you got paid.
No, not really. But
okay.
What I'm saying to you is the hillbillies are in an uproar. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. They lied to y'all, and now y'all seeing all y'all little pickup driving, shotgun wielding, moonshine drinking hillbillies. Y'all finally drinking the Kool-Aid, huh?
Let me talk to you a long time. Ty, you okay?
Yep.
You HR? We gotta do something.
Eric, can you just send me your address so I can make sure your letter gets directly to your home this time? I don't want it in your business.
Yeah. I mean,
I just want to make sure you get an official letter from the HR department of
That's fine. I apologize. I forgot to tell Dex to say the disclaimer first.
No, Eric, it's too late now. Ty already said clock out and go home.
But I'm loving it. I'm loving it. The hillbillies are in an uproar. They are definitely in an uproar.
Speaking of uproar, there was a big deal made at a packed town hall in Greensboro, as well, North Carolina, once again.
The place of my birth.
The place of your birth. And the people there do not play around because they had a town hall scheduled with Tom Tillis, their senator or congressman, whatever he is. I think he's senator. And it didn't go well because Tom decided not to show up. Why didn't he show up, you ask? Because he was getting these sorts of messages.
Good afternoon, Senator Tillis.
That's how northern warbacks think about you southern white trash. That's what the ones who won the Civil War think about you. Do you understand that inferior bad genes, inbred stupid you and all your people?
Yeah, Tom Tillis, afraid of death threats. Then get the out of office.
I would like to talk to Tom Tillis and ask him why he thinks it's okay for him to take money from this nation and it over. Why does he think that he can tell his employers to go themselves every goddamn day, all day long, and sell his goddamn nation out and his employers over? Don't he know that his employers can take a axe handle and cave his head in?
And I suggest, well, you're going to have to be very careful about going out in public or talking to anybody that's real, that's an actual American, because we hate you.
If I didn't have a broken back in Southern California, I would spend the rest of my life in federal prison for a chance to cut your throat.
That last one sounded familiar. I know what it is.
Hold on. Who is it?
That's Ric Flair. That last one was Ric Flair. It was. That sounded just like him.
Woo! Eric, you would know. That's your favorite wrestler. Was that Ric Flair?
Yeah. Give me 2 claps in the Ric Flair. Woo!
See, look, Ty, we replaced a wrestling fan with another wrestling fan, and you're still.
Oh yeah,
look at that.
That was
that was a lot
dialogue there, wasn't it?
Yeah. So what's the question? Where's the line? Is disrupting a town hall okay? Do death threats take it too far? Where's the line in these sorts of situations? Eric, go ahead.
I mean, why is it now that, death threats are becoming public? I mean, I'm pretty sure black public officials have been getting death threats since the beginning of time. Now, because it's a white person getting death threats, it's like it's supposed to be national news. It's crazy. It's just like kids in inner cities. They didn't care about inner city kids getting shot or whatever, but when they started having mass school shootings, they want to put metal detectors in all these white schools and stuff. But it's funny though.
He wanted an excuse to miss the town hall, so he decided to release these tapes. Dex, would you miss a town hall if you got messages like that?
Yes. Yes. I can tell you what I would prefer. I would prefer those tapes over the town hall, because like that town hall, when that man was in that man's face, like if somebody did that to me, I would piss on myself. Like, what am I supposed to do? Where is security at?
Like this guy. Here we go.
If somebody did that to me, what am I supposed to do? You can't hit them. You can't fight them. Security's back there taking pictures of you, of this happening. Like, what am I supposed to do? If I hit this man, I'm not gonna get elected. If he hits me, I'm gonna be pissed off. Like, what am I supposed to do?
He's in your personal space. You're entitled to defend yourself.
Eric, you're never gonna get in the office. You'll never be president. I promise you that. You're not gonna be in the office.
Yeah, come on, bro. Look, he got on a plaid shirt and a dad hat. He's definitely a hillbilly. He is hillbilly all day.
So
I think
Eric, as a senator, what would you have done in this situation? Senator Eric Carson.
Call security. I mean, I'd have called security at first. But if he take a swing, that's his ass.
Okay.
You know?
See, but you can't hit him, because then you hit him this much.
Hey,
Oh, look, he's violent.
If he take a swing, I'm going to drop him.
But if you call security, you're not going to be seen as a man of the people.
It don't matter. I mean, hey, you're going to go viral either way. So,
but I will say I would prefer the death threats through the phone, because what I would do is press play, and when I hear you getting nasty with me, I'll just delete before I hear the rest of it. I'll just keep deleting. I won't even listen to the voicemails. But in person, like, there's not much I can do there.
I used to work at the Apple store. I used to work at the Apple store, and we used to record some of the messages and just play them back, like when we wanted to get a laugh, because them people would be going off because the Apple store.
I'm gonna say that too. Why would you call somebody and leave a death threat? People don't listen to that. Like, nobody's listening to that, taking it serious.
The secretary's listening to it.
No, they not.
Can you imagine being so angry at someone's actions that you call them? You wait
and scream into an answering machine.
Do all the screening. You press one, and you press, like, you know how long it takes to get to like one of those other people.
You wait for the beep.
They're like, and now wait for the beep, and you like take a deep breath and just go off the deep end.
And then they'd be like, do you want to listen back to your message? You'd be like, as a matter of fact, I do.
I do. To the re-record. You mother.
Yeah. It didn't ask you how you want to deliver the message. What how do you want to deliver the message? With urgency or regular delivery?
When I was younger, though, actually, this is like what's my coping mechanism. When my parents would piss me off, I would call their phone to leave a voicemail, and I would leave like the nastiest message. I would be going off and cursing and stuff like that, and then I would delete it because I've got it out of my system.
You ain't never forget to delete it?
No.
That would have been your ass.
I'm still here. They would have killed me.
He's still alive.
Can you imagine forgetting to delete something like that? That's too risky for me. Then.
Breaking news: the Democrats aren't doing much better. The party's favorability has plummeted to an all-time low, with even its own supporters questioning its direction. According to new polls from NBC News and CNN, only 27% and 29% of voters, respectively, had a favorable view of the Democratic Party, marking historic lows in both polls' records. While the Republican Party isn't faring much better, Democrats seem to be losing confidence in their own leadership. 57% of Democratic-leaning voters say the party should focus on stopping the GOP rather than working with it, highlighting deep divisions over strategy. And this isn't just about numbers. It's about who inside the party is driving the narrative. Women and voices of color remain more supportive of the party's direction, while white college graduates and male voters are more skeptical. So this bears the question, is this just a rough patch, or does the Democratic Party need a serious course correction? Course correction could be named Chuck Schumer because, look, he is on the rocks, on the ropes, I should say. The question some younger Democrats are asking is, should they get rid of him as minority leader in the Senate? After Schumer backed a Republican-written bill to prevent a government shutdown, younger Democratic lawmakers erupted in frustration, calling it a betrayal and capitulation to Trump's agenda. Leading the charge, Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, AOC, whose outspoken criticism has fueled speculation that she could challenge Schumer for his Senate seat in 2028. And it's just not about Schumer. This is part of a wider generational rift in the Democratic Party. Former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi also took a swipe at Senate leadership, urging Democrats to fight back instead of compromising. So as the battle between party elders and the next generation heats up, This could be the start of a healthy political evolution or a sign of deeper dysfunction. So do you guys think it's time for new leadership in the Democratic Party? And do veterans like Schumer and Nancy Pelosi still play a critical role? What do you guys think?
I think I first want to say, with all the chaos, and this is like, I know that people are thinking that this may be the opportunity to stop the two-party system. But Jill Stein, this is not your time. I'd like
the Green Party's coming up strong.
Do not try your foolishness. You stay out of this and let us handle it.
Because they're just chaos agents. I mean, look at RFK. He was a Jill Stein until he wasn't, and now he's a Republican running Health and Human Services, trying to get fluoride out of the water.
But realistically, I think we've already discussed our disappointment in Democrats, and it looks like their strategy is to watch the whole thing crumble. Again, like that's what we can say we're doing. Like, oh, but you can't say that because like you're actually being paid to be front and center by us, and you're getting kickbacks and stocks and all that other stuff. So you're not suffering like your constituents are. So you can't play the I'm going to just watch it crumble game, right, and think that you're going to be voted back into office. So if you're just going to lie down and take it, and what's up with these references today?
Whoa.
Jesus Christ.
Family show here.
I know, and I got to send myself a letter. Anyway, I'd rather them step down. I don't understand what the strategy is, and I think they need to get out here and explain the strategy. Like, explain this strategy to us so we know what the hell you're doing.
Speaking of strategy, Dex is trying not to be affiliated with his comments from past weeks when he got excoriated and called an Uncle Tom on our YouTube channel. Rey Mysterio, what do you have to say about the situation? I knew exactly what you were doing.
Yeah, because I was told that I am an Uncle Tom. I need to start to love myself. I need to protect my own people and stop voting against my interests. I was told that black men like me are the reason that Donald Trump got elected. I was told that I would never vote for a woman. All these things that people said about me on YouTube last week, that's what they said about me. And I'm not the type of person that can be like, you were watching, so I don't got to respond to you. I was upset. So I'm not going to say nothing about the Democrats. Y'all do whatever y'all want to do. I hope Chuck Schumer book sells out. I hope that you guys get everything that y'all need from the Democratic Party. And I hope y'all are so happy with everything that they are presenting.
Not y'all, we.
Those are Donald Trump hands. Like, put them hands down.
Right. Us and y'all instead of we. Like, what's going on?
Look, because I don't want no smoke with the Democrats. I am sorry that I commented on what y'all got going on.
Y'all.
We.
Like, what is this?
This is not helping Dex.
I mean, the Democrats in office, not the ones in the streets, the ones who cuss me out, not them, the ones in office.
Speaking of the ones in office, there may be hope. Pete Buttigieg has officially passed on running for Michigan's open Senate seat in 2026, a move that Political Insider says keeps the door wide open for a 2028 presidential campaign. Reports indicate that he's also skipping Michigan's gubernatorial race. He was Mayor Pete, after all, despite being well positioned to win. According to Democratic strategist David Axelrod, Buttigieg faced a tough call: take a Senate seat and remove himself from 2024 conversation, or keep his options open for a presidential bid. And it looks like he chose the long game. Of course, Buttigieg made waves in 2020 and has since built a national profile as transportation secretary under Joe Biden. The question is, did Pete Buttigieg make the right call by staying out of the Senate race, or did he just pass on a golden opportunity?
He just passed on a golden opportunity. Absolutely, because he won't be the president. He won't even make it to the debates.
What do you mean he won't make it to the debates? He made it to the debates last time.
Yeah, that's why
he won't be the president of these here United States of America. That much I can tell you.
Yeah, he definitely passed. He passed on a good opportunity, bro. He
should have been Governor Pete.
Yeah, he definitely passed on.
Eric, I tried Dex for this last week. Do you mind just bringing down your camera just a tinge?
Oh, no problem. Oh, you said that so much nicer.
Yeah,
up a little bit, just a tinge. There we go. Right there. Perfect. Now we're all level. Look at that. I
You
said
see
it's so
where the
much
rest of us
nicer.
are
Like I've
lined up?
learned.
You see where the rest of us are lined up? Don't you feel like you should figure that out yourself?
I've learned.
But
0% chance Buttigieg got a chance.
Yeah,
Not zero, maybe 2%.
Look, he's the right color. He's the right gender. You know, these are look, Donald Trump won. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that's different is the sexual orientation, and I don't know if that's as big of a deal.
Like for Democrats, this is not the place for this. I do want them to learn something.
Well, okay, Ty, yes, we learned something. Okay, we've learned that they don't like Hillary. She was a white woman. They don't like Kamala. She was a black woman. They liked Joe Biden. He was a white man. They like Donald Trump. He is a white man. So unless we have a black man coming up to do something about it, we will have to just go with the law of averages at this point and think that the voters are going to vote for who they voted for in the past.
I just don't want the Democratic strategy to keep being that you will grow so tired of Donald Trump that you'll just be ready now for the progression that it's not going to, like, we're not, it doesn't work.
And I'm not saying a woman can't win. I think a woman could win. I just don't think the nation right now has proven that they're going to do it because they haven't done it.
Could win under the proper circumstances, and it can't be off the tailcoats of the chaos of the other party.
Like I thought Kamala was going to
win.
You have
to come up during these times and really build up your people, build up your platform, build yourself up. Like you can't come in this like, oh, here's the alternative to this, because people are not going to rally behind that. Like the thing about Barack Obama is that that's not what people were. People like really like this guy. They were like, you know what I'm saying? And so you have to have somebody who can do that.
He's also one of the greatest speakers, in the 21st century.
But don't y'all feel like we're scraping the bottom of the barrel again? Like it's just like
I just don't think anybody who we've seen
with Pete. I think he's a good politician, but
then why didn't we vote for him last time? Then anybody who's been on
that's exactly what I'm saying. He's not
anybody who's been on the debate stage before should not jump on the stage again. Like I said,
hold up. But you do have to remember that Joe Biden win was a surge. It was not like it was a sort of organic thing. What happened was everyone was up at the top. Kamala was up there. Pete Buttigieg was up there. Everyone was up there until Biden declared. Because before then, he was still mourning his son. So that's why he didn't run in 2016. He decided to run at the last minute in 2020 because people saw him as an Obama attachment. And he ended up winning because of that association. Like that's what that was.
But I think that like Kamala Harris should show us that anybody who was on that stage, because she was the strongest. Who else? Cory Booker. Kamala was the strongest on that
Elizabeth
stage.
Warren was strong. Bernie Sanders came in second, I think, that year or whatever. So
let's just continue just to say what I just said. Okay. Kamala Harris was the strongest on that stage, which is why she was the one who was selected as VP. And she's the strongest one out of all those people back then. And she couldn't even get it done. Y'all can't either. Let's find some
people landslide too. Like she got her tail whooped, and then
we got to find somebody else.
That.
But she also got 75 million votes. Like, let's not act like she got.
But she lost.
Like, come on. Okay, about 4 million votes.
So we ain't gonna do this again, and she can't even run again. See, I'm doing it again. Now I'm gonna get it again. Here we go. I can't look myself. That's what that means. I cannot.
Jason baits us into this so we can get ourselves in trouble.
Yeah. But by the way, this week when y'all talk about somebody who needs to love themselves, it's Senior Bro Talk. That's who it is.
Senior Bro Talk needs to love himself.
You gotta love yourself.
Dex, you look like my neighbors across the street.
Don't acknowledge. Just keep it moving. Jonathan Majors, once seen as Hollywood's rising star, is back in the headlines and not for the right reasons. A newly unearthed audio recording has surfaced in which Majors appears to admit strangling his ex-girlfriend, Grace Jabari, pictured here. The audio in question reportedly comes from a conversation recorded after a heated altercation between Majors and Jabari back in 2022. In the recording, Jabari confronts Majors, saying that he strangled her and pushed her against a car. Majors is heard responding, "Yes, all of these things are under arrest." Yeah, here's the footage.
I'm ashamed. I've never wrestled with a woman before. Man, it's just, I've never aggressed a woman. I aggressed you. Like, you strangled me and pushed me against the car. Yeah, all those things are under aggressed. Yeah. You know, like, that's never happened to me. So because I said something sarcastically, if in your eyes. Clearly it's more than that. Yeah. Clearly that something inside of you. Yeah, towards you.
Towards you.
Yeah. So she said, "Yeah, you choked me, you strangled me, and you pushed me up against the car." He said, "Yeah, I did aggress you." I mean, I don't understand where that saying comes from. This comes after Majors was found guilty of reckless assault and harassment in a separate 2023 case involving Jabari. He was ordered to complete a 52-week domestic violence intervention program as part of his sentencing. In his first major interview since the court ruling, Majors spoke to Hollywood Reporter, saying that he's committed to personal growth, stating, "Have a struggle, learn, metabolize, grow." However, he declined to address the abuse allegations directly or apologize to his ex-partners. So here's the question. Does Majors' recent public statements show a sincere effort to take accountability, or is this just damage control for his career? Should Hollywood continue to embrace him as a leading man, or are these new revelations too serious to overlook? What you think?
I think that these new revelations coming days before a new film of his comes out is kind of disgusting, specifically of Rolling Stone, because if you had this audio and you saw these things going on, why are you just not releasing it now? If you cared about this woman, cared about getting her story out there, why are we just now releasing this now when this man is making noise? I don't believe in that. I believe in kicking people while they already down. I don't believe in waiting for somebody to get back up before I kick them. I'm gonna kick you when you're down. And if I had this audio that like proves this woman's point too, I'm going to give it to her and put it out there. I'm not going to wait till the man has a movie that nobody plans to watch anyway to throw this information out there. Why would you do that? That's disgusting to me. I think that with him and what he said, like, I think he did address it. And I think, like, what else do you want the man to say? He did it. He did do it. He acknowledged that he did it. She acknowledged that he did it. I always knew he did it. So, like, what more do you want at this point? You released that to hurt his career, and I don't necessarily think that a person's personal struggles should have an effect on their career personally. I don't think that what he did...
Hold up. So you think R. Kelly should still be out here in these
What's
streets
his personal struggle?
We know what
I'm saying a person with he very obviously has a personal struggle that they put him in a facility for 50-something weeks.
So R. Kelly had a personal struggle that they put him in jail for. Like, it's the same thing.
Yeah, but putting somebody in jail, they didn't put Jonathan Majors in jail.
Okay.
I'm saying that this man has a personal struggle, obviously with anger, that he's working through. I don't necessarily
violence. I don't think anger is the issue. I think violence.
I don't necessarily know if it needed jail time. Obviously not, because he didn't get jail time for it. I think that they wanted him to work through these problems, and I think that is what he did. That is what he's doing.
Okay.
And he acknowledged it.
Eric, do you think someone has the right to hold if someone like offended you, like if someone choked you out, and your only retribution is you can't physically harm them, you know what I'm saying, because of the gender dynamics, because of how big Jonathan Majors is and how aloof he is, he's hard to get a hold of because he's a celebrity, right? So your only sort of defense and recompense in this situation would be to hold a clip that you know will be damaging to his career until you have the right moment to ruin him. Which is that okay to do, or do you think that's crossing the line?
No, I think it's a bad look. I mean, I think it's wrong. You know, I really think it's wrong though. But I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I'm tired of him, man.
But also, I don't think that's what happened though. I think Rolling Stone had this clip already. I don't think that girl just sent it to them recently. I think they already had it. They just put it out now because he has a movie coming out.
I mean,
because she would have been put it out, I'm sure.
I mean, I don't know why they would interview him and then release the.
They did. That's what they did, though.
Okay, Ty, do you think it's imbalance for her to or whoever to release this right before his movie release? I mean, should he not get punished for this in some way?
I would have waited until he released a movie that we knew was coming out. I had no idea he was coming out on the movie. What movie is it?
Right. He's playing a bodybuilder. He's playing a bodybuilder.
Magazine something?
Magazine Dreams.
I would have held on that clip, waited for Mr. Michael B. Jordan to call him back up. You know, you think you're about to put on that Creed uniform again, and bam, here comes the audio. We shut the whole down.
I think that's disgusting. So you would hold on to the audio of him admitting to choking this woman out just to ruin his career?
Is this
that's not accountability.
Was this like
he's already gotten punished for it, yes, but that doesn't mean he can't still be getting punished for it. Like,
you didn't really get.
Listen, I'm aligned with what you're saying, but why are we waiting to drop a clip until he does something?
Why rush it? We got him convicted without it. He was convicted guilty without it. So why rush it? I didn't even need to use it. I didn't even need to use it back then. So of course I'm gonna keep it in my back pocket. What am I do? Burn it? Throw it away? Sit on it?
I can't align. I can't align with.
For me, if he did that, right? But if she's watching him and his apology tour didn't seem genuine, I'm going.
He's upstage. Yeah, he's on stage crying with acting like he was the victim.
He's spending a lot of time playing victim, crazy? And I think I'm the victim. Therefore, I'm going to keep going. I'm not going to stop. So I mean, that's just me.
Yes, but I'm saying, I don't think this is.
You can't drop it with that other stuff because then it gets mixed in. I'm not
talking about her. She can release it whenever she wants to. She can never release it if she wants. I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about Rolling Stone.
Well, that is somebody at Rolling Stone don't like Jonathan Majors for a valid reason. It's possible.
Well, I just think that's ridiculous. I think what you guys said makes sense for her. I don't think it makes sense for a public.
But we also don't know when Rolling Stone got it. Do you have that fact? Like you're surmising, but is that a fact that they didn't get it until they got it a long time ago and they're just holding on to it?
You think they just got it yesterday?
But wouldn't it be more feasible? Wouldn't it be more feasible to wait till he's like ascending and getting back on top or whatever, and then release it? Like now, it's just gonna be like, okay, just another.
Yeah, I don't get what Rolling Stone would get from holding it, Dex. Like, what were they holding it for? For Tuesday before his movie that comes out on Friday? Why didn't they just release it Thursday? I mean, like, I don't, why would they release it? Why would they release it on Tuesday?
Okay, so if Rolling Stone had it prior, if they had it prior, would you say that it is weird for them to release it now? If they had it 2 years ago, a couple months ago, they had this clip, but they didn't release it until today. Do you think that's weird?
Weird? Look, people have metrics.
Is it really a yes or
people
no?
have metrics to make money, so weird is in the eye of the beholder.
Right? It is
if their metrics told them to release it now because they was gonna get more clicks, then you release it now.
So it doesn't matter to you when they got the clip. So I don't know why we're having the conversation.
Because he did it. Why does it matter? Why does it matter when you're more concerned about when they're releasing it than what's on the clip?
Because at the end of the day, there's a victim. Like this, if this was something that he just said, like an off-the-cuff remark, I get that. But when there's somebody, you're admitting to choking somebody out and doing that to them, like you don't hold on to no information like that as a publication. That to me, if that was us, let me just say this. If we at Bro Talk Live, if we knew that Spike Lee was at Madison Square Garden and they were not allowing him to his seat, we wouldn't hold on to that to Mad Day. We would release that right away and go viral with it. That's what we would do.
Look, if you sucker punch me, which he choked this girl out, that's a sucker punch. Then you're gonna get sucker punched back. Okay? I'm sorry. It is what it is. You think he planned that out with her? Or I'm gonna choke you out today. No. She got sucker punched, so he gonna get sucker punched. It is what it is. Charge it to the game. And that's all I got to say about that.
Thank you, Michael. A real one.
Yeah, look, I appreciate the opinion. I just don't agree with you, or Eric. It is what it is. Hit it and quit it time. Some of us, never mind.
Oh, also Jonathan Majors and Megan Good to marry. Congratulations to them.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
Congratulations.
Let's talk about this latest plot twist in the Drake versus Kendrick Lamar saga, because apparently it's still going. So Drake took a major L in the rap battle, right? We all admitting that? We all come to consensus? Ty, yes, finally admitting it?
I'm sorry.
Major L in the rap battle, right? It's over? Okay. But instead of letting it go, he filed a lawsuit against UMG claiming that they helped push Kendrick's diss track, Not Like Us, to the top. And now UMG has officially clapped back in court, calling the lawsuit nothing more than Drake trying to save face, quote unquote. They even went as far as saying, get this, he provoked the rap battle, he lost, and now is playing the victim. That's what they said in the lawsuit. And look, we all saw how Not Like Us took over the Grammy wins, the chart dominance, and even the Super Bowl halftime show.
Checks
but now,
cleared.
what'd you say?
The check's cleared.
I mean, they cleared. But now with this lawsuit still dragging on, it raises a question. Is it still a little odd that Drake is still pushing this lawsuit and all these litigations?
No, it's not odd.
Despite literally everyone involved looking at him like, are you serious? Because at some point, do you just have to take the L and move on? Or does Drake have
At some point, do we side with large corporations and say like they're right and you're wrong? Yeah, right.
He has been the main benefactor of that large corporation up until
all the more reason
like,
why I know exactly why you need to be sued. That's why I know. Like that's why I know to sue you because I know.
Just because someone decides to discontinue white supremacy, you cannot sue people over it. Okay.
Listen.
What?
A bar.
What did you just say?
A bar.
What?
Y'all know it. Y'all know it. Just because white supremacy is over doesn't mean you get to sue about it. And that's what it is.
Well, it ain't over.
What?
Well,
You better believe it.
At
It
UMG
ain't
hip hop it is. At UMG hip hop it is. Okay.
For now. Today.
Today. I think it's a little. You think it's tired? I'm just like, he's clearly not going to win this lawsuit.
Is Drake going out talking and doing a press tour about the lawsuit, or do they keep putting stuff out to try to get him to drop it? Which one is happening?
Well, he's the one who went on tour with the bullet hole sweatshirt with the smoke coming out.
Okay, that was a while ago.
Facts.
But what does that have to do with the lawsuit? Though? I don't get that.
So he's still talking about it. He's still talking about it.
What did he say?
He's talking about it. He's saying that he got shot. He got shot up, but he's out here still surviving. He's a survivor.
He was the lawsuit shot him up. But
he's a survivor. You're not gonna give up.
I don't want to keep reiterating the same point. Like I don't believe in this organization or corporation. I don't believe that. I believe they're using Kendrick Lamar. I believe he's taking the opportunity because why not? And I am on Drake's side with the lawsuit. Do I believe that Drake lost the battle? I mean, somewhat.
Yeah.
I don't really care. Oh, he got a Grammy off this one. Yeah, I understand. The song was okay.
I think he got 3 or 4 Grammys.
He got 5.
Who cares? The machine gave you a Grammy.
I am aligned with you with thinking that Drake is correct in this lawsuit. I think anybody, if you want to file a lawsuit, you can file you a lawsuit. But Ty, at some point, you gotta stop. Like, yes, he is correct.
Again, like you guys are forcing me. You're putting me in a weird position.
No, you keep saying weird stuff.
No, you guys are putting me in a huge position where I look like a huge Drake fan, and I'm really not. I don't like
Drake fan.
I don't like this guy this much. I really don't. But like the fact that no one can see this annoys me. Like, what is wrong with you guys?
I'm telling you, Ty, I am with you. I am on the same page as you. I think that Drake is correct to file this lawsuit. I think that Drake knows the tricks of the trade. He has benefited from this, so he knows y'all did this. I am aligned with you there. But then you say that, and I agree with you. But then you say, and Not Like Us wasn't that good. And who cares that he got Grammys? And the Super Bowl performance wasn't that good. And Kendrick, and when you do all that, Ty, like you lose me. You lose everything.
And Family Ties was a better song.
I didn't say Family Ties. Family Matters. I did enjoy that. I enjoyed both songs.
All right.
I enjoyed Family Matters more, but I did enjoy both.
See, this is why I can't. I can never be your lawyer.
I didn't enjoy. They're not like us all that much. I just didn't enjoy it that much. I mean, I understand. Maybe I'm not like them either. That's possible.
Speaking of Drake, his minion, Lil Yachty, found himself in the middle of a major debate during an appearance on a YouTube cooking show. Yachty did not hold back while talking about Black Lives Matter, straight up calling the organization a scam. He said they bought mansions instead of actually helping the Black community. And as you might imagine, that take did not go over quietly. But don't take my word for it. Let's roll the clip of what Yachty actually said.
You spent $100,000 on a trip to Disney once. How much have you spent on charitable causes this year? Let's start cooking these pancakes.
This year technically just started. So this year, I mean, like, it's hard to.
What about last year?
Well, last year, it's hard to gauge.
All right. So what about the year before last year?
Oh, well, that year, that's a good year. Yeah, it's just blurry. I be doing so much.
BLM? Since you want to be so black powered?
BLM is a scam.
Clip that. Send it to the fucking news.
BLM was literally a scam. They had bought mansions, and you probably wouldn't know anything about it because you don't care about black people. You don't follow black
I do care about black people. Look at my chocolate. You're mad.
It's a disguise.
Yeah, so BLM, Black Lives Matter, clapped back hard. In a statement, they accused Yachty of drinking the white supremacist ideology Kool-Aid, quote unquote, called his comments misinformed and unoriginal, and said that he's the real problem for using his platform to attack black movements instead of fighting the systems that harm black people. Now, this isn't the first time BLM's finances have been questioned. Their co-founder stepped down after backlash over how donation money was handled. But BLM says despite all that, they are still doing real work, funding programs, helping families, and fighting for justice. So let's get into it. What's your reaction to the Black Lives Matter response to Lil Yachty?
Well,
actually,
look, where's my mask? Okay. I'll say this. I don't like how Lil Yachty tried to flip it on that girl, saying you probably didn't know that because you don't care about black people. She's like, what the hell I got to do with this? Yeah. Maybe they didn't have to respond to it. I feel like you can't be like, oh, I found her step down after allegedly misappropriating funds, but and then try to clap back at him because like, he wasn't completely wrong.
The one thing I will say is that I think the Black Lives Matter, the organization, kind of was able to capitalize off of a movement that had a meaning behind it. And I do think that we should separate, like, there is a meaning behind Black Lives Matter, even if I separate it from the money, the organization, and there's a reason why people ran with that. And now people are standing behind that message. And I will stand behind that message all day long. But when you start to get to the organization itself, the finances, where things are going, and like what people were trying to do, I do think that group of people took advantage of what the collective was trying to do. And I think that he should have just said that with a little bit more sophistication so that there was no confusion with his meaning. And then I also don't think he should have attacked the girl after the fact, but he should have like explained what he meant by it. But he kind of got a little defensive and started saying that, she doesn't like black people for real. And I felt like that made his message fall a little flat and swept up in their ridiculous response.
Eric, scam?
Yeah, no, I don't think it's a scam, but I did notice when she asked him the question, well, how much did you really donate? He rolled his eyes and then he started attacking her. So that means that he really didn't donate anything.
In 3 years, it looks like.
Right. It's just like he rolled his eyes and then
pivoted. He did that pivot, right? He hit that pivot.
Right. He had it in his brain like, God damn it. And then he just started attacking her. He ain't donated nothing himself. So yeah, he just tried to deflect.
Shout out to the GA. He's definitely a GA. Is he a GA?
No,
I wouldn't call him a GA.
Okay.
No, I ain't gonna give him that status.
All right.
ER.
Hard ER.
Yeah. Did you call him hard ER?
God, we go from Lil Yachty to 6ix9ine.
Jason, what is happening here with your celebrities, man?
Right. We go from Lil Yachty to
Tekashi's
6ix9ine.
back. He's back, and not just for controversy. This time, he's selling tequila. Here goes a clip from his tequila campaign. Is that a good campaign to get you to buy the tequila? Look at your faces.
I really didn't know. I really didn't understand. Was he selling shampoo or liquor? Like I didn't.
So apparently, the stuff he was swigging was the tequila. There.
I don't think the tequila was heavily featured enough. I don't. Realistic criticism. I don't know what the hell I'm buying in there. Am I buying that bracelet? Am I buying for your freedom? Am I getting that car? Am I getting the strobe lights? Like, what am I buying?
The ankle bracelet,
shampoo, the wig.
Better Dex, better marketing budget or better marketing ploy. The Angela Simmons cake pop mix or whatever, the fried Oreo mix.
Oreos?
Campaign. Yeah,
I would eat the Oreos out of the tub before I deal with this. This is, this at the beginning of this. Truthfully, I didn't see the whole commercial. I didn't see the tequila. I was stuck in him tapping on the ankle monitor.
You had to charge it.
Then had the nerve to get in the car. You can't go nowhere.
He's allowed to go to work.
He don't work. And then through the weaving is like, what are we doing here? Send him back to jail. Send him on back to jail, please.
Back to jail.
Yeah, I really didn't get that one.
If I had an ankle monitor, I promise you I would never know about it. I would hide that thing like it's nobody's business. Why are you showing us an ankle monitor?
He's proud. Y'all call him a stick.
He's nothing to be proud of. You on house arrest.
Well, you gotta do what you gotta do.
You shouldn't even be drinking up tequila on house arrest.
I thought he was in like identity protection too.
Probably.
That's what he was too.
He's not going nowhere, y'all. Like he got in that car to drive to park it in the garage. Like you can't go nowhere.
He went to the end of the driveway.
Thinks that the battery was charged. I imagine it is. You ain't going nowhere.
All right, that was a scoop. We're gonna skip Q&A because we're running late.
Wait. There's no Kanye West.
Absolutely. Look, Dex, I don't give him the energy anymore.
We're not Kanye West.
Not covering Kanye West.
He was wild today.
I know. I'm not doing it. I'm not. There was a lot I could have done. I'm just not. I just decided no, not doing any of it. Done.
I appreciate that.
How you feel about it?
We are no Kanye West zone.
We got enough Nazis on the show. We do not need another one. Okay. We talked about a lot of them in the A block.
That's better. We got enough Nazis on the show. I'm like, wait a minute.
Well, not us. A block people. Okay.
Yeah,
Them, the government. Not us.
Oh, by the way, can I just say really quickly, multiple people last week messaged me and said, Dexter, your clips were very funny, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah. And they want me to have another turn too. They want me to have another turn.
You can have another turn. Look, I'm more than willing to have you do more work on the show.
No, you sound like the people at the job.
It's hard carrying.
It turned out okay, Dex. I'm not gonna lie. It was a little.
It started a little shaky.
It started off a little.
Yeah. All right, this one's called Fear Factor. You remember that show, Fear Factor?
Yes, I was on Fear Factor.
Were you really?
Oh yes. No, hold up. No, you were on Fear Factor at Universal Studios in Orlando.
But you wouldn't get picked. If I win, I got picked. We got to play that clip. If I have to find it, we should play that clip on the show.
Yes, please find it. Yeah, I'll play it.
They're trying to get a Bro Talk award. Keep going.
Yeah, you know me.
I get one.
All right, so these are scary situations that people have been thrown into. This first one happens when a mother and a daughter end up walking into the house, but they end up walking in on one of their relatives getting it on.
Can it really be that long? Yes, okay. For real? Oh my god.
You heard when they opened. You didn't hear when they opened the door. It's like
No, what is she?
Again?
The mom asked the daughter.
Oh, I'm not sure.
She said something like, "They really in there being that loud?" Or something.
Yeah,
like that.
I heard loud.
I respect it because
let's watch it again, just so we can hear it. Just so we can hear it one more time. Hold on.
Can I really be that mom? Yes, okay. For real? Oh my god.
Oh, do they really be that loud? Oh my god.
I respect it though, because like if that was my mom and she walked into her house and I was doing that, she would make me stop. She would come in there and be like going off and stuff like that, instead of just being respectful and taking your stuff on out the door until I finish handling my business. I respect it. Also, boy, you better start locking that door. That door shouldn't have been unlocked.
I thought it was locked. She didn't sit there and unlock it.
No, she just twisted. It was probably a trailer, but she just twisted it. That's what I thought I saw.
It did look like it. But
yeah, I know.
Okay, just making sure you weren't assuming that you were going based off of.
I'm not like that.
Presented evidence, you know. Okay, I don't want no HR letters coming your way. That was called "Walk In, Walk Out." Next one we have on the college campus. I think this was in Pennsylvania, frat house row, and they were having a time until they weren't.
So there was like 22 people on the roof up there, and then suddenly I was standing like right over there, just came down. Luckily it leaned down kind of slowly, but there were people on the roof, people below it, and apparently some of our friends have some injuries, and I hope everyone's okay. There's girls that live there, and some other people that live there. Some of these, I mean, these are just student apartments. There's some fraternity people there and there, but I live here. So like I said, I was just here.
I didn't get him. He don't have enough information.
He's sitting here doing the interview like you talking to the news. Like, move along and get you a drink and move out of my face.
You live there. I live here and there.
Who cares? You're talking to Instagram like it's the news.
We're injured. I hope they're okay. You don't have any information. Why are you doing it?
Right. He said, "I live over here. It's not my problem. Not my house."
Well, he said it come down slowly. It didn't just crash. It came down slowly. So that was some information.
We saw the same information we have.
He was probably the most coherent person to give the interview, so that's why they selected him.
Because you saw them out there drinking that green juice. What liquor is green like that? What do we
St.
do?
Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's
Yes,
Day.
but why you gotta dye the liquor green?
You know,
St. Patrick's Day.
I turned it up.
Greens for money. Next, you know you like that green. You don't know who got a million jobs. Well, I can't. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that because maybe one of your employers is watching. They don't know. All right, that was fear factor number 2. Fear factor number 3: kid gets a caterpillar on his arm.
Mom. It's a caterpillar, a big one. Was that even a caterpillar? I don't know.
Kid was traumatized.
I blame the parents. Like you can take
I
that.
got so many comments on that. They got money though. They was driving.
They got money. I was about to say that.
They got
that Lambo?
That's why
that Lambo.
At first I was like, big as he is, acting like that, don't piss me off. And I saw the caterpillar. I think it was a dinosaur. Get it off of that boy. Like, get it off of him.
I'd have left him out there screaming, bro. I would have not even got out.
You see how big that thing was?
No, you need to go outside, bro. A bug landed on you. It's not harming you.
Right.
Put your hand and do this and throw it down. It's not
It's a
necessary.
caterpillar. It doesn't
Get
have
that caterpillar off of me.
I would
See,
have definitely
you.
left him out there screaming until
And
he
I would have chased you with get this. Come on.
Dexter,
Get
it's
it
a
off of me.
caterpillar.
You can't chase me with a caterpillar.
You saw Dex. You saw yourself. You felt seen.
Look, when I saw that boy at first I really was like, you was too big to be doing all that. Just wipe it off and move on with yourself. Then I saw the cars, I saw the house. I'm like, oh, he may be a little privileged. And then
You may be a little privileged.
I saw the size of the caterpillar, and that thing was a monster. Get it off of him.
He's come from soccer practice.
It was definitely not a black mother, because she would have been like, if you don't get your ass in this car.
That had to be a black mother.
I didn't see where that house was. That was the house.
Forget the house. You just see the car, the driveway. Like, that was the driveway.
Next up, we have airport conveyor belt. A woman, an elderly woman, thinks that she's going down one of those little, the airport, they have the little motorized section where you could just stand on and it takes you down on the belt, instead of walking doing the long stretches. She thought that was one of them, and she decided to get on it. You see here, she's climbing up. She don't know where she's at, but she's gone. Look at her. She done moved the curtain. Oh, see ya. And that man just gonna stand by. He watched her go down there.
So
he watched her go down there.
The lady?
Huh?
Nobody. The man pointed. Hey, this lady.
And he watched her go down there. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, but the two girls sitting there working at the office was like, "Where? I don't see nothing. Get your ass in there and get that lady."
They were scanning the tickets. They was verifying.
Boy, if that was my grandma, I'm telling you, wow.
You know the little luggage people that be in the back stealing stuff out of people's luggage. Didn't know they was mad when that little white lady came coming through that. They was pissed off. Like, you back trying to steal some stuff.
I think you in the wrong place. And she said, "Shit, I think so too." Look at me, cousin. Right. And she said, "I think so too." And why she wasn't screaming? Like, you thought that was normal?
Eric, you think they pulled their hands back out them bags real quick?
They came back. They was like, "What the hell?" Like, lady, back breaking law. You
Supervisor here.
Just doing legal inspections, ma'am. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see.
That last one is the one.
That's crazy that she got that far though. Like, before anyone could stop her.
I don't know why you think it was that crazy. Look at the dummies that they had working the counter.
What are you calling dummies?
Hey, that was a spirit flight. They don't care.
It might have been. All right. So which one's winning? Walk in, walk out. That's people who walked in on their kid. The roof collapse, caterpillar, or airport conveyor.
The old lady.
I got to go with the older lady, who we hope conveyor is okay. And also, I think when she came back there on that conveyor belt, them guys, they like how they pick up the luggage and throw. They just picked her up and threw her.
They went to the bottom of the plane. At least she got to her destination. Ty, which one's going to?
How if you miss your, I wonder, how if you miss your bag and just go around again, come around again. I wonder if they just left it on there.
They said just stay right here, and when we pull you back around, somebody will help you get off.
Somebody will pick you up eventually, ma'am. Just keep going around. Just be patient. Somebody will pick you up.
Poor lady.
What grandma is this?
Ty, which one?
I'm gonna go with conveyor belt. I'd like to give that another look.
Okay, Michael's saying Bug Boy, the Caterpillar Boy.
Bug Boy was good.
Bug Boy was good. Let's just do a quick second of Bug Boy and then conveyor belt, and we'll make Ty's final decision. I was trying to see that house again.
No, they have Florida too. But no, not that one. Because if we play this again in December, I think I'm gonna get pissed off.
All right, so airport conveyor it is. And she steps up, easy up. Up, 1, 2, 3. She did a 1, 2, 3. She got that mink on. She done peeked back there. Ow! Lord. No, that was a ride of her life.
Dex, now that I watched it the second time, I'm looking at the faces of those workers and like,
get up.
Did you see them? Like,
They're like, oh, it happens all the time.
They do the same thing all day. It's sad. All right, so we're going with Airport Conveyor Belt, going to the Bro Talk Live Awards from this week's episode of Clips. All right, we did seats already. We're not going to do Q&A. So, guys, that's the show. Thank you guys for tuning in. Do you guys have any comments to make? Dex, do you have any recusals to make for Dex versus Senor Bro Talk?
Senior Bro Talk and Senior Bro Talk actually will be returning. He's going to stay here for the rest of the season because this right here keeps me out of trouble. Thank you for keeping me out of trouble. No problem, Dexter. I always keep me out of trouble.
When in trouble, when in trouble, blame, them.
Yeah, maybe I'll give me a stuffed animal. I'm going to get something to keep me out of trouble on this show.
That's what Donald Trump does. When in trouble, blame the Hispanics. That's what it is. I mean, that's what you're doing. So I don't know what to tell you.
He's me with a mask on.
Okay, I got you. I see. Why you gotta be Senor though? How about GA?
In your show so I can go to bed. I'm so sick of this. I hate this show. Every Tuesday I hate coming here.
See what happens when we hold each other accountable, brother.
Well, you ain't holding nobody accountable earlier today.
Singing colored. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. Shout out to Bill. We wish him the absolute best. We hope that his week goes smoothly now that he has addressed those
and leave the boy alone.
Yes, please. It's not that serious. Your past is stealing his message too. Okay, it is.
No, I ain't say all that. I ain't just tell you the boy alone.
This support never really feels like
it's support. It's support.
Walking on one of them shoddy ass ropes where you might be able to get across. Like,
oh, somebody just said to me, it's 11:30 and y'all are still yapping.
Oh, running that mouth. Was it Shakima who said we canceled?
You can always turn it off.
Somebody else that says 11:30 and y'all still yapping. But y'all have kids.
But you watching. So thank you. We really appreciate it. We really appreciate you still hanging here with us. But don't forget, subscribe, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, X, on Bro Talk, at Bro Talk Live on all of those platforms. Hit us up for the clips throughout the week. Twitter is a good space for news, and we will see you guys next week. This is another edition of Bro Talk Live for Eric, Ty, for Dex. Instagram is in flux. Dex is going to work on rebranding that. We will see you guys next week. We out.